Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another round of Grand Arena action. So this is Season 21, Week 2, Round 2. And now before I show you my opponent and obviously all the battle afterwards, let's first have a look at the feats, because as you know, I like to go after the feats if I can. So the one I still have to complete is Forced to Live a Lie, so that's the one we have to use a Padme team and then slot in Count Dooku. So I'm not sure whether I will have opportunity to do that or not, but it's one I have to keep in mind. I wasn't able to get it done in round 1, so let's see if I can get it done in this one. My opponent for today is the Brick, and he's a member of a Power Forge guild, and his GP is 7 million, so it's like what, 700k lower than mine, but he does have 4 Galactic Legends. I don't know what I'm doing wrong that I have such high GP, and I don't have more Galactic Legends than these lower GP guys, or even less Galactic Legends than guys that have less GP than me, so I must be doing something wrong. Anyway, he has Master Kenobi but no Rey, whereas obviously I do have Rey but no Master Kenobi, but number of Galactic Legends is the same. He's got 5-star Executor, so that will be the same as me, so we are evenly matched there. So the only difference really is in the total GP, because I guess I have a lot of useless bloat on my roster. Anyways, he attacked already, so let's go and review the board, see what he's done. So all one shots here in my separatist zone. Let's go ahead and look at the bottom zone. What we got there, all one shots as well, no issues for him. And then let's look at the back. Alright, so this is where he looks like bumped into some trouble versus my Rex Commander Ahsoka Tano team. Not sure what obviously he tried there, but his team hasn't stopped anybody else before, so I was a bit surprised to see that. And then let's look at the fleet zone as well, what he's done up there. There we go. Probably, yeah, no issues here as well. So while his score, if you just look at it in isolation, it doesn't look very high, considering he dropped 2 battles versus Marex. Essentially, he dropped there about 30 banners, you could say. Plus, he maybe had to use some stronger team, and then he couldn't get more banners, maybe versus my Hux or somebody there at the back. So we could easily add up about 35 banners on top of his score if everything would go according to his plan. So that would be like what, 2672, which is an excellent score. So it seems like very, very high efficiency player, lots of undersizing, probably some solos as well with Galactic Legends. I still need to be careful though on my end. I have to average at least 58 banners across the board that I can get home with the win. And his team's nothing too crazy, but they all have some sort of sniper banning abilities there. So quite a, I would say, a relatively light defense, but very cleverly put together to try to snipe some banners away from me. We got Grievous here, bam, and the Dooku's team right there. Because my opponent scored so many points, there's probably not more than 1 Galactic Legend at the back, I would say. So I'm pretty confident here that I can just throw a couple of Galactic Legends here up front and be okay. There we go. Because that was a Gear 12 newt, obviously you can just one-shot him and then hit auto and the rest of the battle with Supreme Color, and it's pretty easy. I doubt it, that he put a whole lot of Galactic Legends in the back with so efficient score that he posted. So I'm quite confident using my Kylo here to do, solo versus Grievous. There we go. One more hit and boom. 63 banners, that's how it goes. Up next we got this Beskar Mandalorian squad here. So Mando Relic 7, so his offense is quite high here, nearly 11k, so definitely don't want his Whistling Birds loose. May not necessarily take somebody out if he doesn't have enough stacks, however can do nice big hit on you, apply healing immunity and steal some banners, and then if you get stuck behind, it's the damage immunity that he can put out could cause trouble. Quite decent speed on Quill as well, 299. Remember, if Quill goes first, he will boost their meter to his counter allies. So versus team like this, unless you have some sort of way to recover some banner, if you let them go first, you would definitely go in with a team that can outrun them and keep them under control so they don't get loose too much. kind of IG-88 is again just a throw in there. So I'm going in here now with Traya. Now my Traya obviously is not going to be as fast as Squill here, so we go 263, and that's why you will see as the last one I will bring in Moff Gideon so he can use control situation, pushback turn meter on the enemy, and then the Sith Triumvirate can get to work as well. And on top of Sith Triumvirate, I'm bringing in my Throne. He's quick as well at 314. Obviously we can fracture somebody and as well then swap turn meter, recover some protection as well if we need to. Because remember, there are two characters we have to keep control of, which is the Taunt on IG-11 and then as well Beskar Mandalorian. So it's kind of a grievous team really, where you have to get rid of the pre-taunt with either fracture or isolate. And then so there we go, I push everybody's turn meter back, fractured IG. So now Beskar Mandalorian is out in the open, so we can go ahead isolate him, which will increase his cooldowns and another cooldown increase. So pretty much Beskar Mandalorian there for 2 turns, he can just use basic. So hopefully we can stop him before he gets to use his Whistling Birds. Also with Fracture on IG, I do not have to worry about too much him, you know, taunting, putting force setup and things like that. There you go, there goes Quill with his turn meter boost ability. Won't do much. Let's see if we can put a hit on Nest over there, because this is a Tenacity Nest, but you know, Traya there on her special, she applies Tenacity down, so we'll still be able to land some debuffs on her. Okay, so there you go, there go 2 basics from Mandalorian. That's fine, let's just go ahead and annihilate him, so now we do not need to worry about him anymore. Obviously with Fracture of IG-11, he potentially could get a taunt up, but you know, he can only use his basic on his first turn because Nihilus increased his cooldowns, and here comes another increase of cooldowns. So we got this team under control now. Obviously IG-11, he'll keep recovering all the protection because of Quill in there, so I'm just going to put another Fracture on him and just keep working there on Quill. Hopefully we can get him out, and as soon as Quill is out, you know, this team pretty much falls apart. Because of Nihilus as well, we do not need to worry about Nest too much. Obviously she's doing her best to snipe some banners, but anyway, we'll have some protection recovery there as well from Throne when he comes out of Fracture. Just put a hit, take out IG, perfect. Just try not to attack Nest so she doesn't counter attack, snipe more banners for me. As well here, when Gideon uses controller situation, he will put protection up on all your support characters. So Traya, Nihilus and Throne, they will get protection up, which will a little bit, you know, protect your banners as well from any hits. So here we just got IG left, so I'm just trying to make sure we got full protection everybody. So topped up Gideon there with Throne, push turn meter again. Alright, let's put a Fracture, and then Sign on his special recovers protection as well. So there you go, full 60 banner win here. I was quite pleased with how that went, because I've never done the Traya versus Beskar Mandalorian before, but thanks to Gideon, it worked pretty well. Now we got this here Dooku team. As you will see, both Dooku and Jango are like 300 speed, so they're very fast, so trunning them could be an issue, because again, I don't want to immediately now throw in more Galactic Legends here up front. But again, I don't want to just go in and then, you know, immediately start losing banners. I really need to be efficient just in case, you know, he does have Master Kenobi, so potentially there is Master Kenobi hiding at the back for me. So I'm just trying to save the Jedi that I need to take Kenobi out in case he's hiding at the back. So all I'll do here is I will take in my leftover Jedi under Bastila lead, because obviously with Bastila we get all this bonus protection to begin with. And then Hermit Yoda, he can recover protection as well on your guys. So hopefully I can protect 60 banners here as well, because remember, I do have to average at least 58 banners overall to get the win. And you know, also keeping in mind he's got Executor, I'm pretty sure he put it on defense, so that's not going to be a very high banner win on the ships as well. And who knows what their second fleet is, so you know, I can't count on fleets to kind of improve my average banners here really too much, because Negotiator Mirror matches, they can go, you know, as well wrong, you never know there. But anyway, I'm bringing my Jedi here because of the 15% bonus turn meter we get from Bastila here. we'll be able to outrun the 300 speed Dooku and 300 speed Django. So obviously Cam here, he's my main damage dealer. I used to use Ezra here before, but now that I do have 7-star Cam, I'm using him instead because he just a little bit packs a bit more punch in his team. And now all bank can go, push back turn meter, apply ability blocks, start putting hits into Zalbar because he will taunt again anyways. If he does taunt, you know, Shakti can dispel on her basic. I just use her basic there, saving her other ability for cleansing and recovering protection in case I need to. There you go. I mean, you know, except Django and Dooku. Boom, there goes Droideka. They're all Gear 12 characters, so, you know, we should burn for these guys quickly. But again, you know, this team, if you cannot outrun them, they can very quickly and easily snipe a few banners away. So quite a clever team put together by my opponent. Right, so we just have to keep control on Django now. I don't want him launching a big rocket on me. Although I still have all my bonus protection, so maybe we should be good. But remember, this is a relic. Oh, 7 Django, so you never know what he's gonna do. But so far we are hanging in there. There we go, 1 hit, 2 hit, and there we go. Maybe an overkill, I'm not sure. But again, I really wanted to make sure that I'm as efficient as possible here in the bottom zone, and then once I see what's at the back, I can go ahead and make the rest of the plan. Now, to my surprise, no Galactic Legends at the back, so I'm really not sure why he struggled there on my Rex and Commander Ahsoka Tano team. There's no even Darth Revan here, there's no General Skywalker, so no real top tier teams. Although this Hux team, again, you know, could snipe some banners. There you go, 320 speed on Hux. Now, normally the Huxes I would face, generally, you know, they would be around like 290 mark or something like that. So my opponent really, you know, putting effort into getting speed on his guys up there. And as well, you know, Hux, they've got counterattacks. They do 50% more damage on those counterattacks because counterattacks are basic. Got Sith Trooper assisting. If you take somebody out, Sith Trooper will smash an AoE, sniping banners. So definitely Hux is one of those teams that can quite easily snipe the banners away from you. It's not always easy to get away from a Hux fight, especially versus such a fast Hux. And because they're all first order, they will start with advantage, and when Hux has advantage, you can't gain bonus turn meter, so even teams that rely on gaining bonus turn meter out of the gate would not work. So if I would go and win with my Bastila team that I use at the bottom, I wouldn't be able to outrun them because I wouldn't be able to get a bonus turn meter. So bringing my Jedi Revan, he's very fast at 325 speed, my Yoda is at 300 as well, but remember, we are getting a lot of extra speed here from Revan. So in this particular team, you know, you're getting 5 speed per Jedi and per Old Republic, but both Julie and Revan are Old Republic and Jedi, so for them you'll be getting plus 10 speed, and then we have 3 more Jedi, so in total we will be getting 35 speed here. So, you know, we should, even my Yoda should be able to outrun Hux, but then the rest, we'll see how it goes. I do have General Skywalker. I kept him for offense in case I have to go up against Master Kenobi. That's not the case, so I'm just bringing him here for some extra firepower. Again, maybe an overkill, I'm not sure. Let's just go after Hux here. Let's see if we can stun him, maybe push push back the turn meter. We got a stun, push back his turn meter. We're going to go ahead, take him out, which, oh, took 2 in 1. Oh, alright, well, let's see if we can recover some banners now, because remember, with Jedi Revan's lead, when we attack out of turn, we are recovering health and protection. And that goes the assists and everything. Let's press some foresight. Let's call Willa for an assist, so here we can top up his protection. To an AoE here. Who's close to recovering back to full protection? Probably Kenobi. So let's call Kenobi for an assist. So here comes protection as well. Now just I guess trying to delay the battle here in case I can get more attacks out of turn to recover more banners. But you know, 58 versus Hux. Yeah. You know, sometimes you could go for a Sith Trooper first, mark him down, but then Hux gets loose, that's mass assist, so I still prefer just taking Hux out first and then, you know, worry about the AoE from Sith Trooper later. Alright, so the next dangerous team left on the board I do want to go up against are the bottom, really. So let's go over this Mothma team. We'll see this Mothma team. They have the whole Terminator train going, right, with Pow, Scout, and then if Kara gets going, you should remove Terminator. So you definitely don't want this team to get going. I could use troopers here, but I'm looking at those bounty hunters at the bottom, and I'm like, no, I'll use my troopers there, because again, relic bounty hunters, if they get going, they are no joke. So just checking the speeds here. Let's see how fast carries. 307. Again, you know, speed mods on these guys' teams are pretty good actually. So you can see he's quite a competitive player. As mentioned before, very efficient score. If he would, you know, have stumbled on my Rex team twice, he would have a very high score. Bringing in Sith Eternal here, solo. He doesn't need anybody else, not even Watt. And that's because, let me show you on his unique. So what will happen is the Sith enemies, if they're rebels and Jedi, they can't gain bonus Terminator. And obviously all these guys are rebels, so as we spread the Sith around the field, they won't be able to gain bonus Terminator, so their Terminator train will stop. So let's first go ahead, link up Pow, link up Scout. We want to take those two guys out first, because you know they're providing all these. Well, it's not really bonus Terminator anymore because we do have this sieve now on everybody. There we go. Already into my ultimate because of all those attacks. Unload the ultimate power. Obviously won't be able to recover non-protection anymore. So just relink a couple of the other guys. And I'll just have to wait for another ultimate power and we should be good to go here. Kara had potency on her, so she revived. We lost the link. So just keep going with the basics now. Unlimited power, and there we go. 63 banners, perfect. Yeah, now we got this Bossk team. Just checking out speed. Okay, he looks like he's got a tenacity build on Bossk instead of speed, which obviously works in my favor because he's not that fast. Bossk, see Boba here, 246. So looks like, you know, his bounty hunters are not that scary. No Django in here, no Grief, because Django there was with Dooku at the bottom zone. I mean, we still have to worry about the contract going off, because Mandalorian can disintegrate somebody. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen that I have some bad runnings with these bounty hunters, so I don't want to play with them anymore. I'm just going to bring in my troopers. Now my troopers obviously will go first. We do get plus 20 speed from Veers lead, but my Piet is very fast anyway. This is the reason why I have Piet modded very fast, because you know he can then get the whole Terminator train going with Emperor's Trap as well as his offense sub buffs, which you then nicely fuel start the Terminator train for your guys, and then you know once you take out one of the enemies, you should be good to go. From the bunch, Mandalorian probably usually is the squishiest, because now everybody's got high relic Boba, so probably Mandalorian will be your best bet to get a Terminator train rolling. So let's just go after him. Just throw up grenade to increase the cooldowns just in case they do get a turn, which I doubted, because once troopers get rolling, you know, there's no way of stopping them. Let's go after Boba next. Boom, boom, get him out. There we go. Let's put Death Mark on Bossk because he's quite a beefy boy. Come on, get him out. 1 hit, 2 hit. There he goes. Get Bane. 1 hit, 2 hit. There we go. And only down to Dengar. There we go. Easy 60 banners here. Now I do have this Padme team left, but remember we do have that weird feat with Padme, Dooku and stuff. So I'll go up back to the top zone, clear the top zone, clear the fleets as well, and then see if I can afford to lose a few banners downwards so that Padme team to, you know, get that feat done as well. Rey Jedi training there, not too fast, 246. So it looks like, yeah, you know, he does not have Galactic Legend Rey, so his resistance is not really up to the standard as we've come to expect, even like a Gear 12 there, BB-8. But as you can see, he's working slowly on these guys. He does have a relic veteran Han already, so definitely seems like he's got an eye on Rey. Unless he paused the Rey farm and start working on Lord Vader, I'm not sure. I didn't analyze his roster that much. I don't really check opponents all that much. I just see how many Galactic Legends they have and do they have Executor or not. That's the only information I'm really interested in. And you know, low gear Scavenger, you know, she won't be able to do much here. So I'm pretty confident here we can undersize these. Again, probably an overkill here, but you know, I'm pretty on track with banners, more than on track. I was supposed to be averaging 58 banners, and at this point I was probably like averaging about 60 banners, if not 61. So I'm like, let's just keep going with the 61 banner-ish wins, because here you could probably, you know, maybe just go in with the 2 Lukes or something. You don't need Ezra and Qui-Gon, but then if Rage training gets going, puts healing immunity or somebody, that could really snipe some banners away from you. So I'm just, you know, overkill mode here. Let's just go all out on Rey. It wasn't enough. Now obviously Jedi will not anymore ignore protection after the change, and that's the reason why we were not able to clear Rey, and she dodges an attack without foresight. Okay, well, her master is evasion, I guess, so fair enough. Okay, here comes the counter attacks. Total overkill, but hey, I'm just trying now to a little bit delay the battle, see if I can get to another Jedi wheel to recover protection on everybody. But yeah, doesn't look like here. Just there he goes, and there he goes. But still, looks like Luke, Janet, Luke there had full protection, so 61 banners, it's fine. Now this team here, you know, it's one of those sniper banning teams. If they get going, they've got 4 characters with AoEs. And then with Death Trooper, every time you hit Krennic, he has 50% chance to gain 50% turn meter. So he could kind of, there we go, there he gained turn meter there. I was able to just, you know, throw the blade at him, get him out before he unloads his AoE and snipe some banners. Because also his AoE can apply healing immunity on top of it as well. But anyway, now just kind of stuck behind the Royal Guard, which, you know, got a nice buff, so he's tankier than he used to be. But anyway, another clean win here with 60 banners. So I'm working on this Wedge team here. Obviously the issue here is Biggs with his bonus turn meter every time he's critically hit. So they had a little bit of back and forth there with K2, but luckily K2 did not crit him anymore. So I'm just kind of going around now, trying to get some debuffs. If we can land a daze on Biggs, perfect. Now Captain Han, he can not only revive, he can also cleanse. So I do not want him to cleanse the days of Biggs there. So I can then keep going after everybody. Wedge unloaded his AoE, that's okay, we can recover protection. Going after Lando next, he's got an AoE as well. Got him out. Now with Biggs days, we can get him out, hit autoplay here. Finish off Wedge, finish off Leia for an easy 60 banner win here, perfect. Alright. Making good progress here, so we'll just probably move on to the fleet zone. Yeah, there's Executor. That's why I saved mine, so I can just do mirror match and don't sweat it. Now I didn't used to use my Executor on offense before when I had it at 4 stars, just because pretty much the maximum banners, because you didn't have unavailable reinforcement slots, the maximum banners you could really squeeze out was like, you know, 56 in a mirror match. But now that I do have 5-star, I can, you know, gain those 4 extra points for 1 unused reinforcement slot, because you don't really need more than 2 reinforcement slot on the Executor, because you'll get to your ultimate before you bring in the further reinforcement anyways. So now with 5-star Executor, I think you can start using it on attack as well if you want for some good banner wins. But if you have 4-star Executor, just put it on defense. I think that's a better use of it. If you're going for high efficiency banner wins, if not, if you're going for, you know, stronger defense, that as well, you know, will benefit you if you have it on defense there. But once it's higher stars, again, you know, you can use it on offense if you're going for efficiency like I do. Otherwise, use it on defense and cause some trouble to your opponents. Now, as you will see, he's got a situation where his Razor Crest is very fast, faster than his Xanadu Blood, and that's not the ideal turn order. The ideal turn order is that Xanadu Blood goes before your Razor Crest, so you can then go ahead in one move, apply Breach, call Razor Crest and assist, and immediately get mark on the enemy Razor Crest, and then you can just take it out straight away. So it's one of, I guess, one of the issues that has been raised with CG is that basically these encourage you to not put too much relics on your Beskar Mandalorian, which is kind of against what CG really wants us to do. They want us to max our characters, but if you do max out your Beskar Mandalorian, you will be at a slight disadvantage in mirror matches because you won't be able to do what I just showed you straight off the bat. They didn't say anything official. They didn't even say we are looking into it. So the response generic from them was that they're always looking into ways to make sure that, you know, lower gear, low relic characters aren't outperforming higher gear ones. So we'll see if they will do anything with it or not. In the meantime, you know, it's a pretty straightforward match. I'm actually bringing in Ebon Hawk as my first reinforcement, so I can get Shaft out this buff, so then they can't apply target locks on me, so there is no way they will get to their contract at all. And then this, you know, really gives you an edge in the fight. You don't have to worry about them spreading target locks at all. There we go. I already got my contract out, so I took out Boba. They're bringing in IG. And now it's time for my second reinforcement, which is Boba's ship, and there we go. So we can go ahead now, do a big hit. There goes Xanadu Blood. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Mark IG now. Basic. Almost got him. Alright, perfect. Alright, so just speeding up the footage here, because, you know, this battle is pretty much over now. Just go on assist. Probably going to wait for my ultimate here. Unless we can finish off Houndstooth. They brought in Consular for some protection recovery. There we go. We had buff immunity on Xanadu, on Houndstooth, so we were able to take it out very quickly. Alright, so 61 banners. I think that's okay. Like, you know, if this would be a 4-star Executor, I would be looking at maximum 57, 56 banners. And that is not acceptable for me, but 61, I'll accept it in a mirror match. Alright, so fun enough here, AI was clever enough to put Hunted on Anakin. I'm not sure, are they hard-coded to after Anakin, or, you know, they just got lucky. Which obviously will slow down a little bit Anakin. He won't be able to gain bonus turn meter. But still, we shouldn't have issues dispatching this First Order team. Just trying to see if we can recover some banners there from Plow Special as well as Rex Special. Here's debating to bring reinforcement or not. I'm like, Ahsoka, why didn't you crit? Here I topped that Plow's protection. They put a hit in Ahsoka, so she lost protection. Now, if only Ahsoka would have critted there. You know, it cost me this now couple of banners because Ahsoka got a hit. But anyways, still 65 banners, I think. I was happy overall with that because, you know, I was way on track to win. So after calculation, I'm like, alright, I can go now for the feat. I just have to one-shot this Padme team at the bottom. No matter how many banners I get, I will win the round. I'm pretty sure Rey can solo this team herself. But remember the feat where you have to win a battle with Padme, Anakin, and Dooku. So what I've done was I just brought in Rey, brought in these guys in just for the feat. I lose a few banners, but luckily I can actually afford to lose them. So I'm just trying to get stuns on everybody. Still, you know, trying to protect my banners as much as I can. At the end of the day, it's not just about the win in the round. It's about, you know, the overall banners that you do score. So maybe you can get some higher positions there. However, you know, all these GAC leaderboards don't mean a whole lot, to be honest. The difference in reward between those reward brackets are not that great. And also, it kind of penalizes people that are going hard on defense. They will never be able to get high banner wins. So it kind of, you know, it's in those leaderboards. Whoever's on top doesn't really mean that they're the best GAC player. They're just efficiency player, that they're getting high banner wins. They're going lighter maybe on defense and have more on offense like I do. I also prefer lighter defense because I want to ensure full clears every time. So I wish that CG would find a way not to penalize players that like to go strong on defense and, you know, still get wins. Maybe it should be something like you get some extra banners for every battle your defense holds, or if your opponent doesn't clear the zone, you as well get extra points for that to kind of offset maybe that you were not able to clear their zone because you went harder on defense. So, you know, I'm pretty sure there will be some sort of way to kind of balance that, not to penalize those players that, you know, are more defensively minded. But anyway, let's go ahead, unload the ultimate. Oh, Padme was actually able to survive that. Get her out. Unfortunately, I lost Dooku, but still, you know, 56 banners, I think, is not that bad. So here we go. Here comes the final score. So there goes as well. For me, was a very efficiency kind of match there, because I was getting ready, you know, for Galactic Clash in the back, but in the end that didn't happen. So I'm just collecting my feats now. Completed a couple of them, and then just heading back over to the board for the final score review. You will see the win was quite comfortable in the end, but again, you know, I'm not sure what happened there with that Rex battle there. If he would have one-shot that, this match would be a very, very close one. You know, maybe it would be just down to 5 banners here and there. But luckily, my defense did a job for a change there, so I'm happy with the win. I'll see you in round 3, guys, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.